All right, we're visiting CONGAREE National Park here in South Carolina, outside of Columbia. We're just got out of the parking lot. We're going to go into the visitor center here. Let's head on up there. This is the visitor center here. And here's truly you checking out this little puppy. You got a cute little dog over there.
She's so
And we're going to go in the visitor center and get our pass. This is where the boardwalk is. And that's where they have the cypress knees. That's the famous thing about this park. You'll learn more about it as we go. So let's go inside and check it out. So here's a quick version of the map. They got the flooded version of the map out because they've had a lot of rain. So it's all the area out here is flooded right now. And we're right here. And so we're going to be able to walk a little out onto this boardwalk and then around on this boardwalk. But this whole area is all flooded, and usually you could hike all these different trails. If you Google this online, you can see it. She said it's not even worth going over to this section either because it's all flooded. But we're going to go do the boardwalk and check out the cypress knees in a few minutes. So here's the inside of the visitor center. This is fantastic. What a great layout in here. And actually the woman didn't say it was not worth going up to that area that I pointed out on the map a second ago. She just said that it was flooded, but you can still go up there and see the creek. So if you're coming to this area and it happens to be a time of the year that it's flooded, then you could still go out and check that other area out as well. So you can go ahead and pause and read this stuff if you want. We'll do a couple of these. I'm not going to do all of these. But this is just a basic outline of what's here at CONGAREE National Park. And look at this tree bottom here. This is kind of small for us because we spent a lot of time in California and the redwoods out there were 5 times the size of this thing. But this is a pretty big one. That raccoon's using it as a backdrop. He's getting a little bit of water. So we'll do a quick walk through here and show you this. They got a lot of t-shirts for sale. You could buy those online, I'm sure. And they've got all kinds of displays in here. All of this you can see online though. You can see here's the flooding right here. So the boardwalks are kind of flooded right now. That guy doesn't care. He's in it. Hey, it was the 70s. What the heck, right? But they got really nice displays in here. Wood ducks and egrets, and well, this is a great blue heron, I think, right there. But we'll just do a quick walkthrough. Here's some guys trying to figure out ages of trees, probably right there. If you guys want to pause and read that, you'll see what that's all about. 1974. Ooh, this is cool. Look at this. You got these displays in here. Here's an example of a cypress knee right here. Guys, the roots come back out of the water. Actually, look at this. This might be a remake of one of the trees that's out there. Got the cypress knees inside the trees. Oh, they should put a light up there so you can see it. Unfortunately, you can't. But that's pretty neat, huh? Cypress knees everywhere. So we're going to go outside here and check all that out. Once again, this is CONGAREE National Park. Let's head outside and check it all out. They also have a little movie theater here. I think I'll show you this. That other thing I just showed you, that bird, was actually a yellow-crowned heron of sorts. Can't remember the name, but this is the great blue right here. There's a great blue heron right there. We have these all over down here. So, and then they have a movie theater, so you can watch a little film about the park here. But let's head outside and check it out. It's going to look just like that. So we're just outside the visitor center now, and they do have a path that goes down into the woods. We're probably going to check that out too. But the main thing we want to do is check this out. This is the beginning of the boardwalk. And we'll jump down the trail and take a look at what we got over here. So we're just not even a city block down the trail, and here's another, or the boardwalk I should say, and here's another one. They got the you got a campground here, so there's the Long Cliff Trail there. And this is spot number 1. They do have self-guided map for these trees. This is pretty cool. It's a nice area to sit. But we just got started, so we're going to keep on moving down the trail. But as you can see, this boardwalk goes all the way through the woods, and it does a big circle. And I guess it gets flooded halfway down this side, so we'll see how it goes. Here's that trail right there, too. So let's jump ahead.
So according to the information guide, this is a over 100-year-old beech tree, and it says that Native Americans used the beech nuts for ground into flour to make bread and cakes.
Cool. Let's head down the trail. Here's a good example of the swamp. We're not seeing any cypress knees yet, but I've got a feeling these are cypress trees in here. And so we're going to keep looking. We'll find one.
Yes, we will.
Woohoo!
Here's a little door. We figure it's so they can do swamp maintenance, like if the swamp gets dirty and they have to vacuum or clean down there.
Clean it, yeah. They can get down there. There's a little ladder. They get down. Yeah, this we're gonna let them know that they need to do a little cleanup right there, just in case.
Somebody spilled a little extra swamp there.
Little extra swamp got spilled. You got to go clean that up. All right, we've reached the split in the area, so we're gonna go straight first. And they say that you can only go out there a couple hundred yards, and then you're going to hit the closed off area because of the flooding. And then this one, you should be able to go all the way down and all the way out. If you look at the map of the boardwalk online, you should be able to see that. And we're starting to get into the area that we think we're going to start seeing some knees here, because you got some of these like roots like this guy right here sticking up and going back underneath. And we've noticed they've kind of wrapped up and over the edge of the tree. Like here's a great example. Right here, Julie's got a couple roots down there, but here's a really prime example of the root coming out, wrapping over the edge of the tree and going under, which is pretty cool. I've been here before, but I don't really remember it very well. It was a long time ago, and I don't remember the roots wrapping around like that. But we've noticed these smaller trees too. The roots, like this root system here, will cling on to the base of another tree. And I'll see if I can find another example of that for you. Here's a good example of one of the smaller trees here grabbing onto the bigger tree and hanging on. And I don't know if, I'd think the root systems are probably intertwined. But yeah, let's see if we can actually see some real obvious knees, because you get these roots popping up like out here. You know, they're just kind of popping up and back under, but they're not like the full-on knees. So we're going to keep walking up until we get flooded out. Here's another spot. I guess it's called Dorovan Muck. How thick?
8 feet.
This is 8 feet
I'm
thick.
5'2", so that's like 3 more feet above me. That's how thick
Let's
this
see.
muck
Like,
goes.
that's taller than her by that much.
Not much.
This is it right here. This kind of brown leaf mixture. It's really deep. So you don't want to get in that. I don't know if it's quick muck, like quicksand. Remember how big quicksand was in the 70s? Whatever happened to quicksand? I mean, come on.
Playing as kids, you'd always pretend you got stuck in quicksand, and people were, help me out, throw me a rope. And you're just on the carpet. It's quicksand.
So here we got a little nub knees. It looks like we got some knees starting here. But we haven't seen the full-on knees yet. So let's see if we can find those. All right, we're getting into the area that is getting flooded out now. As you can see, the boardwalk is low and closer to the water. Over there, it was, when we first started, it was really high. So they could raise this up a couple feet, not have it get flooded out, but that would cost a lot of money. And by the way, this is free. And I didn't bother to ask them if it was free because of the flooding and you can't do the whole thing, but I think it is free all the time.
I asked. She says it's free.
It's free all the time.
Yeah.
So if you guys are coming here, if you're coming to South Carolina exploring around, this is free, guys. You can probably give a donation, but it's pretty nice. Let's keep on jumping. All right, so ways down. I guess it's going to be flooded out. We're going to be hitting a dead end here, but here we got our first knees. They're a little ways off the path, and it's flooded, so we can't go out to them. I'm going to zoom in and see the best I can do here. It's really hard to tell because the reflection is almost as crystal clear as the actual thing, but right there you can see some. Right there, okay? So I'm going to back off a little bit so it clears up. Hopefully you can see that. Let's see if we can find some more down here closer to the trail. So we just walked past that. You could see that was like a little dam when the water must have really been flowing through here when they were having the heavy rains. Julie pointed this out. A lot of these trees fan out at the bottom, like this guy here. But this guy is really cool.
That's extreme, yeah.
Look at that. And we got knees, just little nubs underneath the water. But here we go. Up ahead, you can really see them. We've kind of hit a hot spot here. And we're not going to be able to walk too much farther on this boardwalk. But we can go back to where the separation was. But look at right here, guys. There's one. And we're really into that area now. So, and if I remember right, now I haven't looked this up in 10 years, but if I remember right, they don't know exactly why this happens. They've got theories, but, you know, could be where a tree was starting and didn't. It could be the roots were searching for sunshine and oxygen, maybe trying to get some more or where the roots buckled, connected. Here's number 3, Truly. You want to look that up real quick?
Oh, I totally missed that.
She's got her little pocket here on her pants.
He was giving me a hard time earlier. It's like, what is that pocket for? Because it won't fit my phone. It wouldn't fit my wallet.
Well,
that's what it's
it'll
for.
It'll fit a one piece of paper.
It's your national park or state park brochure pocket. That's exactly what it's for.
It's either for $1 bill, 1 credit card, or 1 state park pamphlet.
All right, this is just basically because we're seeing an abundance of knees now.
Okay, so you want to read it out loud?
The majestic bald cypress trees produce knees that rise up from the roots of the tree and can be seen throughout the forest floor. While their function is not entirely understood, it is believed that the knees provide the tree with extra structural support during floods and high winds. Bald cypress trees can live to be over 1,000 years old. The wood is rot and water resistant. Wood is often called wood eternal because it decays slowly and remains in perfect condition over 100 years of use. The Catawba and CONGAREE tribes used them for canoes. It was easy to work with and durable.
Awesome.
They were logged in the late 1800s, used to roof shingles, docks, bridges, cabinetry, and more.
Yeah, look at
That's
all
why
of them.
so few of them still exist today, because they were really used as a resource.
So this might be, well, obviously this is a protected area, but maybe this is one of the only places you can find these bald cypress and these knees. But this is a great little example right here, guys. Look at that. And look at all the spider webs in that tree.
There's a squirrel here in a tree.
Where?
And God forbid, like where does he go? Like he can't go to the ground. He just has to go from tree to tree.
He's probably just trying to get nuts off the tree. They do that at our place because they go out to the very end of the branches and just take the nuts off and then hang upside down and eat them. I've been trying to get that on film for a while, but look at these knees just go way back. You can just see back and back. I know, guys, on this video it's really hard to tell because the reflection in the water makes it kind of look like an endless thing, but this is a really good example of the knees.
That is really bizarre.
Yeah. Google it, folks. Google it. Okay, here's where we're flooded out. Let's walk up there real quick. Here's a couple close-up examples. We're on our way back. And before the boardwalk gets high, I thought I'd show you this real quick. You can kind of see down into the water here. Yeah, it's probably better with the sun on it, right? Yeah, there you go. You can see down in the leaves and just come straight out. And a lot of them are more pointy. They don't have the flat top like that guy. They're more straight up nubs like that. But that's a good example.
All the bee jokes.
End of the trail for us because we don't want to go muck walking and get our feet all wet. We're going to go down to the other side where the T was and go the other way, and we'll check that out. Sweet.